I tested every HYROX station at women's pro weight. Here's the brutal truth. Hi guys, welcome to week 2 of my HYROX journey. I'm going to show you the full baseline of me working out and my biggest weaknesses and my strengths, honestly. And then I'm also going to go over my 24-week training split with you guys in this episode. After my first week of jumping into HYROX Pro training, tell me why I thought I could just go straight into women's pro weight. I felt so strong, okay? All right. I felt so strong and I was like, okay, let me do this. I'm just going to try it out, see where I'm at. And I had to take 2 days off because I was just like, well, my calves are sore now, so I can't do anything and I'm exhausted. Because when I first started training, I've been continuously training even after my previous HYROX doubles race, and I've been getting back into lifting more because I was running a whole lot more from my previous race, and all the things that I've learned now, I've realized I need to do both. I need to do more compromised HYROX training splits, because if I just focus more on the lifting, I am strong on the sleds and everything else, but I'm not strong on the runs. If I focus on the runs and getting my miles in, then I lack on the sled pulls and push and all the heavy lifting that it entails. So now I just have to combine them, obviously, because that's what you're supposed to do. But as a newbie, I basically focus on my weaknesses before a race. What I've learned from the past 2 races, I know now what my biggest weaknesses are and strengths, but that's kind of what's happening. And first week was rough. Don't do what I did, because I went full throttle, HYROX Pro weight. I did great and it was fine, but I was tired, man. I am so out of practice of sled pull and sled pushes that I was gassed out. The program that I did was based off of lower body strength at a pro weight, and this is what happened. So it was supposed to be a high RPE, probably like a 8 or 9 out of 10. And RPE, if you don't know, I'm still learning, but from my understanding, it's the amount of effort that you have to put into the workout, and that's a very high scale. So yeah, 8 out of 10 or 8 to 9 out of 10 of RPE was the goal, and the program basically asked for 6 sets of sled pushes, 6 sets of sled pulls, 20 meters for both, 5 sets of squat jumps, 4 sets of sandbag lunges at 20 meters, 4 sets of box jumps, 3 sets of air squats. And tell me why I thought I could make that in an hour and 15. I was wrong. I did not do that in an hour and 15. That took way longer than I expected, mostly because the sled push and the sled pull was heavy, clearly. And I'm still trying to figure out how much weight to actually put on the sled, because I just know I'm counting the weight of the plates that I put on, and it really makes me discouraged. It really makes me sad to watch, because I'm just like, wow, I have so much more to go. But then I forget that HYROX counts the sled weight along with the plates. So if you're a beginner, definitely think about that. It's kind of hard for me to tell how much the sled weighs at my gym. I just Google Lensed it, and it's roughly around 103 pounds. So I'm hoping it's that. If it's not that, then I'm shit out of luck. But it went well. Let me look back on how much it actually was, because, man, I thought I wasn't pushing that much, and I was like, man, I'm weak right now. So that kind of made me nervous about the whole race, because I was just like, no, I'm not at my strongest, that's for sure, for pro weight. Not yet, because I know we're 6 months out. I have some time. So I was a little nervous at first, but then I was like, well, I have time, so that helped. So I did 270, just the plates, on the sled push, and 202 just plates on the sled pull. But if I count the sled weight, it ends up being 337, which is way more than what I need to do for solo pro weight. which is great because I'm just like, oh, I feel good about myself. I think I'm only supposed to push 335 for the sled and 227 for the sled pull. Because if I do the sled pull plus the sled, or sorry, if I do the plates plus the sled for the sled pull, I'm basically pulling this much, which is wonderful, but that's if I'm calculating it correctly. I don't know if you know how to figure out the weight of the sled. I've tried looking around the sled, try to see if there was a weight stamped on the sled, doesn't show it. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Or if you have the same sled at your gym, let me know if it's the same amount of weight. Let's break down my weaknesses and my strengths, shall we? Biggest weakness right now, I would say, is sled push, sled pull, ski erg, and rower. And I feel like those are given because I'm short and I haven't quite figured out how to do better. I've watched I can only watch so many videos on technique that I'm like, you know what? I'm short and maybe I just have really bad form. So working on that, we're gonna work on form for ski erg and rower. And I think part of it for the ski erg, I just get so tired and I feel like I'm using more upper body weight than I need to. So maybe I just need to put the damper lower. I'm gonna train at a higher damper for both row and ski, but that's kind of, I feel like those are my not as quick stations. And then we have the farmer's carries. My grip strength is not as good as it used to be. If I was climbing like I was before, I probably would have done great, but my hands can only do so much. I probably shouldn't say that online, but yes, my grip is not that great, but I'm working on my grip strength and I want it to be better than it is. And I've been working on dead hangs, farmer's carries, deadlifts. So working on those types of workouts for my grip strength and seeing how I progress. But I forgot to mention, this is one of my weaknesses right now, and I have yet to go to the doctor, but I need to go to the doctor to get a referral for my wrist because I hurt my wrist, I guess. And this was before I started, a week before I started training for HYROX Pro, and it sucks because I can't do certain movements. Wall balls are fine. I think it's more of just functional workouts. Nothing HYROX related, but like pull-ups, it just doesn't feel great. Deadlifts are fine-ish, but my wrist has just been off lately. I think I just sprained it because I don't know, I didn't warm up my wrists. I don't know. But I felt it and I tweaked it one day and it hasn't recovered since. So I'm just trying to tread lightly there so I don't injure myself, but I did work on grip strength today and it was fine, but I don't know how much I'm supposed to be doing, but I feel like I need to go to a PT or a doctor to just make sure everything's good and I'm not hurting myself more. But I also didn't help it because while it was healing, the week after I hurt it, I played volleyball. I played volleyball before, but I don't know technique. So I was hitting with my wrists, which you're not supposed to, and you're supposed to hit with your arms. I didn't know that. So it made my wrists swell up a little bit, but that's okay. We're here now. I just haven't really healed it. I kind of just forget about it. And then I also have been playing pickleball. So obviously I'm not helping it at all. Hence probably why it's not healed yet 100%, but that's where I'm at. That's one of my weaknesses that I forgot to mention. But I would say that that's my weakness out of the stations. Obviously the running, I'm more strong in that section. Wall balls, I'm not too worried about. I think I'm gonna go at it in a more tactical way rather than doing 100 reps straight, obviously. I'll probably do maybe 50 and then 50 or 25s on race day. But I've been practicing that. I've been training at I think 12 pounds for the wall balls, and it's been pretty solid. I haven't done 100 reps with it though, so we'll see how that goes. And then my strengths, I would say, are sandbag lunges, wall balls, burpee broad jumps. I'm really good at burpee broad jumps. Don't know why, but I'm thankful. Thankful for it. So hopefully those stay the same. Obviously, when it comes to race day, you don't really know. Plus, I haven't done full HYROX sim yet, but obviously during the halfway mark, I will do that, and then it will give me an idea of where I'm at strength-wise and time-wise for race day. And running-wise, I'm getting pretty strong there. That is one of my strengths, obviously, for now. But I'm trying to find the line of how much to train, mostly because I'm learning that I need to implement more running during my lifts to implement race day, which is what you do. It's kind of like how when you're practicing, you have to practice like you're in game mode. So then when you're in game mode on game day, you're ready and you're prepared. So that's kind of where I'm at with that mentally. And then let's talk about my 24-week training split. And I think it'll be easier if I just show you my training split here for the week. I'm gonna have basically 4 phases, and I've been using AI and the HYROX Fit app and Runna. And then this is my training split right now. So Mondays, I do a lower body and sleds. So I sled work on that day. Tuesdays, I do either a tempo or interval run. Those are your fast days where you can train at the track. Wednesdays, I work on a HYROX conditioning day. That'll progress into HYROX mini sim between the phases. And then Thursdays, I have an easy run and mobility work. And then Fridays, I have upper body day and some HYROX accessories. The accessories mean just a little bit of the stations, just a little bit of the stations. And then also I may or may not do grip strength workouts. Yes, that was my 24-week training split. And each phase, I guess I could go over the different phases that I'll be doing. Phase 1 is foundation and strength building. Phase 2 will be hybrid build. Phase 3 will be race specific. And then phase 4 will be peak plus taper week. So I'm spreading them out, I want to say 5 to 8 weeks in between each phase. And that's pretty much my 24-week program that I skewed and put together based off of previous races and AI. So I've been using AI, and I've used it for both of my races, and they've definitely gave me guardrails on what to be doing during each week, which has been helpful. But if you guys don't know me, I actually write them down. I write them down on a whiteboard because I can't just, I don't know. I put on my calendar too. This time around, I put on my calendar just to make sure I'm staying on it. Plus, the RPE effort is different, so I have to make sure that I'm keeping that in mind so I'm not gassing out, which has actually been helpful, I may say. So it keeps me aligned and helps me balance that out. Time-wise, after doing a second round of this workout split, it's definitely helped me get more comfortable, but also with the sled push and sled pull situation, it's definitely calmed my nerves a little bit because I was a little nervous. I thought I was not even close to weight, and I could barely push the dang sled. So that has calmed my nerves, but what I really need to fix in order to hit this goal, the goal obviously is to finish the race and to potentially, I am on one today, but to potentially hit a sub 25. Obviously, we're reevaluating at the halfway mark, but what I need to do is just focus. I just need to focus, guys, because your girl, we started pickleball league recently, and your girl's loving it. I love pickleball. I go a little ham. Tell me why I'm playing pickleball for 5 hours straight. Should I be doing that after doing a mini HYROX sim? I don't know, but that's kind of where I'm at. I've been playing pickleball and I'm exhausted, but I don't know. I love it and it changes up the week. I don't know, so I just need to focus a little bit. So my goal for the following week, because we're having our pickleball league from now to August, is to not play pickleball from 5 to 10, maybe 5 to 9 or 5 to 8, because that's doable. But just doing that and just being careful. And then staying on top of my workouts. I've been staying on top of that, which has been great. And I've also been staying on top of my fueling, which has been good. But I would like to also implement some gels in between my workouts, because that would be fun. It'd be interesting to see. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And that's week 2 for you guys. See you next week for week 3. Okay, bye guys.